The Philadelphia Phillies have just won their last 3 series in a row and are just starting to roll over other MLB teams. Very recently, they're coming off of a sweep against the New York Mets, and yes, I know the Mets, they're definitely not what we thought that they were going to be walking into this season, but whenever you can win 4 games a row against the same team, clearly you're doing something right. With a week left until postseason baseball, these Philadelphia Phillies are getting hot at the perfect time, and if you're a Philadelphia Phillies fan, then you've got to be loving what you're seeing right now. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this one, we're going to be talking about these Philadelphia Phillies and how I think they're just getting hot at the perfect time. Before we do, if you enjoy baseball content or just MLB coverage as a whole, then I encourage you guys to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. All right, folks, let's get into it. So these Philadelphia Phillies, in my opinion, are just getting heavily underrated. Do not get me wrong, folks. I completely understand that the National League is freaking stacked, right? You've got the Braves, you've got the Dodgers, and yeah, like, they are the favorites. They are really damn good at baseball, but these Phillies, we can't be forgetting about these Phillies who, might I add, just recently clinched postseason.
Bouncer back toward the middle, linking into center field, a base hit. Pache's coming home. The throw to the plate, not in time. They win it 3-2. Back-to-back appearances in the postseason.
That right there was the walk-off hit from these Philadelphia Phillies that clinched them a spot in the postseason. And man, just that excitement, just that energy that they're showing in that clip. This is a team that is going to do something special. And it all starts with this man right here. Bryce Harper is a 2-time MVP, multiple-time All-Star, a future Hall of Famer, and I still think that this dude is criminally underrated. MLB Deadline News tweeted out the fact that Bryce Harper underwent Tommy John surgery on November 23rd, 2022, and is posting these numbers in 2023 is ridiculously impressive. And Bryce Harper at this point in the season has a .292 batting average, a .399 on-base percentage, and a .142 OPS plus. So yeah, the dude's pretty good at baseball. I also think, too, the fact that Bryce Harper was capable to come back and to do this when less than a year ago he had Tommy John surgery just shows a tremendous amount of leadership for that club. If you think about it, Bryce Harper at this point of his career is the leader of those Philadelphia Phillies, and to fight back the way that he did and then perform the way that he is continuing to perform is just an incredible example of leading by example. And speaking of veteran players, how about freaking Trey Turner? Trey Turner in the first half of the season honestly looked like a shell of his former self. This dude, after getting locked in for $300 million, was making every Phillies fan everywhere question their big offseason acquisition after posting a .687 OPS in the first half of the year. Analysts were calling him a bust. You had reports coming out saying that he was no good anymore, but Phillies fans stuck with their dude. Rather than come out and boo Trey Turner like a lot of other fan bases would have done, the Phillies did a full 180 and cheered this guy on, and the impact that has had on his season is just, it's ridiculous. Since the beginning of August, Trey Turner has been an absolute beast at the plate, batting .308 with an OPS of .982. And in that same time frame, the Phillies have gone 30-19. So Trey Turner is just making a massive impact on this team. And Turner and Harper, those guys are just the stars. The Phillies lineup has multiple complementary pieces like Real Muto and Brandon Marsh and Kyle Schwarber, who has 45 freaking home runs on the year. Like, this lineup is so deep that it doesn't matter what inning you're in or which 3 guys are coming up next. The opposing pitcher is always going to have a hard time getting through it. And speaking of pitching, the Phillies, they're actually doing pretty decent in that regard. Philadelphia will most likely trot out Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola, and then if they have to, Ranger Suarez in the wildcard series. The starters are definitely good, but I'm also not going to lie to you here, folks. Like, it would be a lot better for these Phillies if Aaron Nola wasn't going through a bit of a down year right now. Where they make up for that, though, is their above-average bullpen. The Phillies rank 8th in the MLB in their bullpen, which is definitely uncharted territory for this team, considering for years now it feels like the Phillies have just been dealing with the worst bullpen possible. If their starters can just keep them in the game, that I have faith that their bullpen will come out, shut it down for the last 3 innings, and give that offense that features Harper and Marsh and Turner, give them an opportunity to win them the game. All of this being considered, folks, I am getting some very serious 2022 vibes right now from these Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies in 2022 were not the most talked about team coming into the postseason. They definitely weren't the favorite, and I think a lot of people were looking at them and thinking that they were going to be a one-and-done squad exiting after the wild card. As we know, though, that is not what happened at all, and the Phillies went on one hell of a run and came so freaking close to finishing the job. I like a lot of what I'm seeing right now with this 2023 Philadelphia Phillies squad, and I think with a little bit of luck, a little bit of timely hitting, they have all the capabilities to go out and to finish what they started last year. But folks, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.